Hello students, this is a video for students to help them with a question like this, which is compound shapes, compound area of a shape, which in this case is made up of two different quadrilaterals. So the first thing I do with a question like this is obviously to read it. So I'm going to read the question. It says, the diagram shows a shape. The area of this shape is 43 centimeters squared. And then it wants me to work out the value of x. So what I will do is cut it into the two shapes that we can see here. We've got shape number 1 and shape number 2. Okay? And starting with shape number 1, it's quite straightforward. Shape number 1 is a rectangle, and the area of a rectangle is base times by height. So in this case, the base is 9 and the height is 4. So I'm going to do 9 multiplied by 4, which is 36 centimeters squared. So that is the area of this one, 36 centimeters squared. Now, what this then tells you is that this other shape, shape number 2, must have an area of 43 take away 36. Because if you imagine I cover up this, all I'm left with is shape number 2. Okay? So 43 take away 36 leaves me with 7 centimeters squared. So I know that the area of this shape over here is 7 centimeters squared. Now what you've got to do is, looking at shape number 2, try and deduce one of the missing sides. X, you can't work out. At the moment, you can't work it out. But this height here, you can work out. Because if you know that up to here, on the left hand side, that's 4 centimeters, and you know that this bit over here is 3 centimeters, then what does this have to be? For it to total 4, this must be 1 centimeter. So now, thinking about shape number 2, which I'll just sketch it out down here, I've got 1 centimeter and I've got x, and I know that the area is 7 centimeters squared. So what you're really asking yourself is, again, it's base times height. Base times height has to equal 7. And I know that the height is 1. So base times 1 equals 7. What does this have to be? And hopefully you're all shouting at your computers now saying it's got to be 7. And you're right. It has to be 7, because 7 times 1 is the only way to make the area 7. So we've just worked out that x equals 7 centimeters. So my final answer then is x equals 7. So in summary, we started by cutting the shape, working out the area of the one that we know. Then we subtracted that from the total, and then by deducing this side, I then have to work out what x could be for this times this to give me the missing number, okay? The missing bit of area that has to add up to make 43. So this had to be 7, so then I'm asking myself, well, 1 times what makes 7? Here is another question for you to try. As you can see, it's slightly different numbers, 12, 7, 4. Again, you need to work out x, and this time the area is slightly bigger at 102 centimeters squared. So have a go at this question, take a picture of your submission and upload it onto class charts when you're done, and we can check it when you've done that. Good luck with your homework.